Hello, welcome. This is Maniac Tim with the Maniac Sports Network. How are you guys today? Of course, in my time zone right now is Monday night or actually Monday morning. Monday night, we do have a couple more football games coming up with the NFL, but I'm going to go over the wins and losses of the NFL today, up to today, and of course, I'll I'm just gonna go over the scores because I don't have a lot of the highlights or anything like that. But I did want to just kind of go through, tell you guys who won and stuff like that. I know you guys probably already heard it, um, but you just remember. Uh, And also, I don't know how much longer I'll be using uh, Maniac Sports. So please, if you guys are hearing this video on Maniac Sports, please go ahead and subscribe to Tim's Maniac Sports because that is my major channel right now on YouTube. Um, I elected not to go with Twitch right now so that I could bring it to both my YouTube channels right now. And but in going and recapping what happened this week in the NFL as far as wins and losses, uh, I'm going to go ahead and start with that right now. Uh, okay, week two. Uh, Week two in the NFL. Started out with basically the. Oh, sorry. Um, Week two of the NFL. Started out, and this is old news by now, but it started out with the Chargers going ahead and beating the Chiefs. The Chargers going ahead and losing to the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium by a score of 24-27. Chiefs winning that by basically for 3 points. So good job, Chiefs. Bad job for LA. They kept it close. So hey, LA on Thursday night. Oh well, things just haven't been good for either LA team on Thursday night. So moving right along, you have the Steelers, which ended up the Patriots ended up beating the Steelers at uh, the Steelers Stadium um, by a score of 17-14. Once again, it was a field goal that made the difference in this game. So the Steelers, I mean, the Patriots are kind of coming back, are trying to be relative. They haven't really been that relative in the NFL since they lost their starting quarterback, Tom Brady, to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So now they're starting to try to be relative in the NFL. So we'll see what that goes. Like Panthers went ahead and lost again. They lost, and this was another kind of field goal game. By a score of 16-19 to the Giants. The Giants are undefeated in the AFC East right now, so that has to have Philadelphia concerned because I mean they're the only undefeated team in the NFC East right now. Not the only undefeated team, obviously, but the only undefeated team in the NFC East. So that's a lot of the only at 5 for the games that because really Philadelphia hasn't played yet, so we will see what goes on there. Um, Moving right along, over in the AFC, you had the Jets that went over to the Browns. Browns being without Deshaun Watson yet, and also trading away Baker Mayfield, and you kind of wonder if they're kind of regretting it a little bit because they lost to the Jets this game at home. Different fights broke out and stuff like that. I heard fines are being levied and stuff like that. Speaking of Baker Mayfield, his new team, the Colts, ended up losing to Jacksonville. Um, Actually, Jacksonville shut out the Colts 24-0, so that was definitely not a field goal spread in that game. So that's basically what happened with Jacksonville. Took care of the Colts in Jacksonville Stadium. They got a little bit of revenge after losing game or week one to, of course, the Washington Commanders. So Jacksonville took care of the Colts, and Baker Mayfield once again came up on the other side of the win by losing another game. Okay, then you have the Dolphins who took on the Ravens at Baltimore. That's kind of funny how that lines up because the Colts used to be Baltimore way back when. A lot of you younger people, younger fans probably don't remember that. But so it's the Colts used to be the Baltimore Colts a long time ago. But Baltimore Ravens went ahead and lost it to the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins had to come back, but the Dolphins are a 2-0 team, so they're undefeated this year. Of course, the season is young, so we'll see what it brings in the future. But good job, Dolphins. Any team that is undefeated still, it's still a good thing for them. They have made it 2 weeks in a row without losing the game. Uh, okay, then you have Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is also 2-0. They ended up. Tom Brady did something that he hasn't done since he moved over to the Buccaneers, and he was able to lead the Buccaneers to a win over the Saints. Of course, these ain't the old Saints of 2 years ago when they had starting quarterback that actually retired. So, but once again, this was at the Saints. It was, this is a divisional rival that they were able to beat, and Tom Brady led the Tom Brady and company because, of course, no no one man is a team. Football is a team sport, so definitely Tom Brady and company. Okay. This, of course, we're going to come to the next game. Next game on the list, and this is final. And this game, any Lions fan knows right now, and any Washington Commander fan, they're kind of scratching their head, saying, "What the hell happened here?" Because, but at first it looked like the Lions were going to go ahead and in Detroit walk away with this game. But as things would have it, I mean, yes, the Lions did end up winning the game. They never ended up having losing the lead, which was great. But it looked like they were in the first quarter, in the first half. It looked like the Lions were just going to walk away with this game because they were beating up all over, um, putting pressure on Wentz and just running the ball real good, catching the ball. You had a lot of offensive weapons that really made the difference. You had the defense that was taking away the offensive ability of um, of the Commanders, and so even though like I say, the Commanders and the Washington fans are scratching their head because they used to they used to basically own us in the 70s and 80s, and they would own the Lions because, I mean, way back when we used to have a hard time beating this team, but not today. It was really never in question uh, that the Lions would win this because um, once the game started, the Lions really just did what it took and got it done. And it also made it so that it was a way that you could not, that last minute bad call by the refs or whatever could go ahead and change the outcome of the game. And that's what the Lions needed to do. They were good enough to go ahead and beat the Washington Commanders and give the Commanders their first ever loss as the name, the Washington Commanders. So thank you very much, Detroit Lions, for doing that. Okay, I gotta move on. I mean, yeah, I stuck around a little bit more in that game because that game I was watching, that game is, of course, near and dear to my heart. Um, Moving right along, you had the Seattle Seahawks, which went ahead and went over to the San Francisco 49ers, who lost last week, went ahead and was greeted the Seattle Seahawks and said, "Hey, you don't got Russell Wilson anymore. Get out of my way. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of you." So the score was 27 to 7-27. 49ers beat. Um, Seahawks could only muster one touchdown, where the 49ers beat him by 20 points. So it was definitely a game that was not all in hand. And as we all know, the Seattle Seahawks are rebuilding. Anytime you give away a franchise player like Russell Wilson, you're in rebuilding mode. And I think they pretty much knew, the coaching staff pretty much knew that this year was not going to be the year for them to win. But so they went ahead and traded Wilson for some draft choices. I think they got like 3 draft choices for him and stuff like that. Um, Atlanta Falcons, they did not make it easy on the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams ended up coming back. Um, Good old Matt Stafford went ahead and was able to bring back the or the LA Rams to go ahead and beat Atlanta at SoFi Field. Um, so the Rams got their first win of the season. So the Falcons, and like I said, it was a real close game, 27-31, 4-point spread there. So here we go again. So Atlanta loses to a superior team. Okay, and Cardinals. The Cardinals go ahead and visit LA, Las Vegas, LV actually, LV Raiders, uh, Arizona Cardinals, LA Raiders. Uh, Went ahead and actually lost to the Cardinals with a score. Well, they lost by 6 points. Uh, two field goals, I guess that would be, but they lost. You know, the Raiders are 0-2 this year, so still looking for their first win. They got a beautiful stadium, but a beautiful stadium doesn't mean nothing if you don't win your games. Uh, but the season is young yet. We'll see what goes on here. Okay, Texans go over to the Mile High City, not the Mile High Stadium anymore, because it definitely has a different name than what it used to, and it's a brand new stadium. But ten, the Texans go ahead and face the Broncos. Broncos ended up being too much, and of course, this is Russell Wilson's new team. Broncos were too much for the Texans to handle. The Texans could only put up a mere 9 points, where the Broncos were able to put up 16 points and beat the Texans at Denver. So this is really what happened in the NFL. And a big surprise, you lose your starting quarterback for 4 weeks. You lose your first game of the year to one of your rivals, which is Tampa Bay. But then you come back and you play a team that was in the Super Bowl uh, last year, the Bengals. Uh, Dallas had every reason to lose this game. They could have lost it, but the Cowboys proved that even though their starting quarterback went out and is gone, they can go ahead and win the game. So beat the Dallas Cowboys beat the Cincinnati Bengals by 3 points, score of 17-20. That's what happened, and that's I know the Cowboy fans are ecstatic. Well, even if it would have been there was one definitely real controversial play in this game where it looked like, but there was not irrefutable evidence to overturn uh, the score or the game. Well, actually, a score, but even though the Green Bay Packers scored first in this game, Chicago scored the first touchdown. Packers ended up scoring the first field goal of the game, but the Bears ended up scoring the first touchdown, but they could only muster up 10 points against the Packers. At best, it would have been 17 points, so the Packers would have still handled them. So, unfortunately, uh, the Packers still own the Bears as far as from what I'm seeing here. Um, and Aaron Rodgers repeated it, and actually, it's not a good thing because even the rest of the NFL is saying that the Bears are owned by the Packers as far as in the game. So that's it for so far of games that have been played this week. There are two Monday night games. The Tennessee Titans will take on the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo at 7:15 today, Monday night, 7:15 p.m. Uh, Lamar Jackson versus well, this you're definitely gonna see. I think the Bills are. I got picked up Bills in this one. I think the Bills are gonna go ahead. Are gonna be too much for Tennessee to handle. Okay, so that's I got pick the Bills in this one. Okay, the other and slightly later game, uh, basically an hour and 15 minutes game start time later will be the Vikings versus the Eagles. Of course, the Vikings beat the Packers at um, Minnesota last week. And the Eagles beat the Lions, so these are two undefeated teams going up against each other. Uh, Eagles, I think, are the better team. It's at the Eagles, it's at Philadelphia, so I really am going to pick the Eagles to win this one. And if the Eagles win this one, every team in the NFC North will be one win, one loss because the Vikings, of course, will lose. Um, so it's going to be all knotted up in the NFC North, and so it's wide open. But so I'm going to pick the the Eagles to win that game. Okay, that's it for the games that were played. Uh, Going back to StreamYard. Oh, okay. Looks like I had some Justin made a rapper. Okay. Goal lines. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Justin. Sorry I can't answer you quicker, but I was looking at another page getting the wins and loss. But okay, Justin made a rapper obsessed Detroit Lions fans up here from Rochester Hills, Michigan. Go Lions, win us a Super Bowl before I die. Before the day I die. Yeah, definitely. Let's win a Super Bowl. And it would be awesome if they won it this year. I don't really see it happening. But hell, if they won it this year, it would be great. Then we could actually kind of say something that it didn't happen before Jim died, but it did happen a year after Jim Bordeaux died. Uh, Co-founder of Detroit Lions on the Prowl, and I know you know who he is. Okay, and ugly game for the Rams. They still should be. They still should. We won that handily. Yeah. Hey, to me, and this is the way I feel. I'm a Lions fan. I'm not a Rams fan at all. Better draft choice will be that the higher draft choice we will get, the worse the Rams do. Nothing against Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford got his Super Bowl already. Uh, I hope the Rams suck this year. Just for the draft choice. That's all. Nothing against the Rams. Nothing against all you Rams fans. But hey, I just hope the Rams lose more games this year. Wilson era is off to a rocky start despite the win. Yeah, that's true. All right. Uh, Kyle Groves were crap, even with Dak. Yeah, with Dak. Bengals fans are panicking right now. Yeah. Well, it was also at Dallas. So, hey, let's see what the Bengals can do. And the Bengals actually were not expected to go to Super Bowl last year, but they did. Uh, but it's very hard to repeat going every year. And whoever else is watching, I appreciate it and thank you. And be sure to get those likes and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. I really would appreciate anybody subscribing to my YouTube channel because I'm trying to grow that platform. I am right now broadcasting on both my YouTube channels, both Tim's Maniac Sports and Maniac Sports. But I want you guys to go ahead. My main channel is Tim's Maniac Sports, not Maniac Sports. So that's a platform that I'm going to eventually just stick with. But I did want to give you guys a chance. Hey, I have 5 viewers, and I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for saying, and please hit that like button, and please subscribe to Tim's Maniac Sports. All right. It was a record. It was a rooting. Okay, was rooting for a Packers loss. So was I. The Bears was in Lambeau is a tall order. Yeah, anybody who beats the Packers in Lambeau used to be a tall order. But you know what? The Packers are just a team, and the Packers can also get their ass beat at their own field. And I'm sure hoping that the Lions can do it at Lambeau and at Detroit, win both games this year, because I'm tired of the Packers being the king of the NFC North. The king of the NFC North should be the Detroit Lions. And the only way that it's going to happen if the Detroit Lions go ahead and take control of the NFC North and beat the hell out of the Packers and the other opponents. I sure hope they can go ahead and go into Minnesota, which they have done before. That when it was the first couple games that Minnesota had their new stadium. The Lions beat them in their new stadium. So don't think that can't happen again, Minnesota. and don't think that can happen again. Can't happen again. Detroit Lions fans and content creators and all these other things. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy walk in there, but the Lions are a good team, looking to be a great team. Uh, Definitely has some problems, but look, they held the Eagles, barring a few things going the Eagles' ways. The Eagles might have been on the other end of that W and lost last week. However, I do hope they win this week. But I want to be the one. I want the Lions to be the king of the NFC North. No kidding. No holding back. Restore the roar and make the other team snore. Bring out the maniac all night long. Bring out the maniac every game and release the beast. Let's just go. Go Lions, one pride. Okay, Vikings game will be interesting. Yes. Liner. Yeah, Liner. Yeah, the Viking games will be interesting. But I really think we can get it done. We know we have to we are stacked against the Eagles instead of how Minnesota's stacked. Yeah, we do know how that is. And yeah, it will Liner and I really appreciate you coming in. But yeah, we do know they are really stacked. But hey, I think we can get this done. But we just got to go in and take care of business. And hey, it was a last minute field goal that went ahead and got them to beat us last time. So, hey, we can get it done. And thank you. And I did listen to yours and Val's show, Goal Line One Pride, Lions on the Prowl. Uh, But yeah, we definitely, I think we can definitely handle that show or that game. I think that it's about time that we put Cousins on his ass and put the NFC North on notice that the Detroit Lions are here to stay and they're here to play. But when it comes to winning, you guys won't have a say. Okay, I'm not a rapper, but yeah. Let's go Lions, one pride. But yeah, once again, anybody who wants, especially for the women, please make sure that you guys check out Detroit Lions on the Prowl at 8 o'clock after every 8 o'clock Sundays. After every game, they will recap the things around the NFL. They will also recap what's going on in the Lions game, good or bad. Of course, you will also hear about the Bears game because um, Val is a new fan of both teams. Uh, Bears are her game, but she is king of the prowl. So make sure you guys check out their channel. Once in a while, you'll have special guests on there. Rachel Marie Sports was on there that channel too, at least for a while, and so go ahead and really listen to Rachel Marie Sports. And check that out. And also you can check out weekdays at 11 o'clock, Detroit Lions on the Prowl every day during the week. And they have a show. They go ahead and at 11 o'clock, you can also catch, they premiered the show at 11 o'clock. You can also go ahead and catch the recap anytime on YouTube after the premiere. Fridays shows are live as well as the Lioness Lair is live on Sunday. So those two shows are live, and who knows what else may be to come. Okay, Liner, One Pride. Love y'all. Maniac Sports Line. Going places this year. Yes. Not sure where, but we're going. Oh, hell yeah. Hey, Grandizer. Wow. Hey, How's it going? Yeah, congratulations to that for that win. Dolphins being 0 and or 2-0 actually, coming back to win today. And hey, the only game that I really don't want him to win, of course, is when you guys face us this year. I Because if you guys beat us, I'm gonna yeah. How about them Lions? Woo! How about them Lions? They did great, man. It was they were never behind in the games. It did look like the Commanders were gonna come back, but hey, the Lions never lost the lead, and that's saying something right there. And it it just they never lost the lead. And when you can do that, it means you're gonna win at the end. Yeah. Thanks for the win. Huge win, definitely. Okay. Congratulations to the Ravens. Yeah. Yep. For sure. Uh, Boy. Yeah. Okay. So you said that it would root for the Dolphins to win when they play the Lions. Please don't change that. No, I will not root for the Dolphins. And also when they play the Bills, I mean, right now I did say that, okay, that I wouldn't root for Dolphins to win other than when they play the Lions. Maybe I did not say it clearly enough, but Bills are my backup team, so I definitely got to root for the Bills if they do play the Dolphins. No, I mean, yes, I am, but I mean, hey, I'm not gonna be all disappointed though if the Bills do lose against the Dolphins because, like I say, they're my kind of backup team, but they're not my team. My real team, my real and only team is the Lions. All right. Why are you congratulating the Ravens? They completely came apart in the fourth quarter. Tuba had himself a day. Yeah, that's he's just happy that the Dolphins won. That's why he's congratulating them. Oh boy, that is why. So what do you think's going to happen as far as with and I'm picking the Lions to win next week. What do you think is going to happen before you see tomorrow's game? Do you think the Lions are strong enough, to actually beat Minnesota? I do. The Bills, like Erie Bros. Uh, we can't rightfully root for the Browns anymore. Go Bills and Dolphins. Why not? Okay, yeah. Go Bills, go Dolphins. But when they meet, who you gonna root for? All right. But one of the things we never root for is the Packers around here. I don't care. um, we'll never be a Packer fan. Never, 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 never will, never have, and it's not going to happen. Did I make myself clear? I think I did. Okay. No predictions until I see how the Vikings look against the Eagles. That's fair. That's fair. It's more about, yeah. But I mean, just because who knows? I mean, just because of the way they look against the Eagles, I mean, you also got to take in effect that not only is it going to be, I mean, you're going against a divisional rival once. So to me, I mean, yeah, it's comparing apples to apples as far as what they did, on similar teams, on the same team. But the situation is also different because being that the Eagles are at home, um, the Vikings did beat Green Bay at home. Green Bay is definitely a team that is to be reckoned with in the NFC North. But this is also, Green Bay's first game of the. But I guess what I'm trying to say is when it's a divisional rival, teams play different, play harder, and so that's why I'm not really looking at that game being that much of a factor. I mean, I know there's matchup, and I know logically, but I mean, hey, the Lions have proven that they can compete with just about anybody. So if you can compete with just about anybody, it means you can eventually beat anybody. And that's my philosophy. One town, 9 to go before we get our 10-win season. All right, moving right along. Blow, pack, blow. I'm with you, Maniac Tim. Definitely, yeah, definitely. Low pack, blow. No pack, no. Go home. All right, Tim. Sorry I was late, but are three things that you saw? Okay, sorry I was late, but what are three things that you saw about the Lions win that you really liked? Three things that need improvement. Okay, well, one of the things that definitely needs improvement is that TJ Hawkinson needs to learn how to catch the damn ball. Okay. Uh, so, I mean, Barnett and also, um, I guess their training needs to be where we don't, their trainers need to get these, prepare these players ready so that we don't lose that much. Also, they do need to learn how to hold on to a lead when they got it. They can't all of a sudden fall apart. Goff needs to get more sharper than what he was, but although he was good enough to win the game, and that was great. Um, thing that I like, even though we were injured like hell on the offensive line, we still were able to, for the most part, control the game. A lot of, we had a lot of runs. We were able to, at one point, we were able to move the ball at will, both in passing and in running. DeAndre Swift, my God, and Ron St. Brown, man, they were just awesome. So I do think that the connection between Goff and his receivers, other than uh, St. Brown, needs to improve too. So those are more or less the things that I take. All right. I only have one that set for the Vikings. I need more info. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can understand. I'm just one that spouts off a lot quicker. Okay, I was watching the score for the Lions, and this is a statement game for the Lions. Is this a statement game for the Lions, or is it just the same old horrible Commanders? No, I really think this was a statement game for the Lions. I think that I think it just shows how they're coming together. Hey, there was a point in time in that game where the Lions could have went ahead and been the same Lions, started losing, went ahead and did the silver shoot yourself in the foot offense. But no, they went ahead, and also the silver no rush defense. But no, they went ahead and they collected themselves. They were able to keep the win and score late to go ahead and win. They never lost the lead. And that was one thing that you don't see with, one thing that you haven't seen a lot with the Lions, where they would go ahead and um, they'd go ahead and um, do, most of the time they'd go ahead and fall apart, and then go ahead and try to go ahead and make up and come back and come back and come back. But no, they went ahead and, maybe not the first drive. They didn't really score how we thought they should have scored a touchdown, but they went ahead and was able to score. And then after the other team started scoring, they did not just fall apart. And that was one thing that you have seen in the previous lines, where they would go ahead and even last week, if you looked at it, it took a while for them to once the Eagles went ahead and started scoring. It took a while for them to regroup and start scoring back again. So, and it took it where they were actually went ahead and fell behind. So, but you didn't see that this game. All right, moving right along. Tim, I'm happy for you, the Lions fans. I hope this game is your turn. You turn the corner game. Yeah, me too. The run the tables. Let's go Lions. Hey, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I totally agree with that. All right. Actually, yeah. Statement for the Lions community are better than they are going to get credit for. Yeah, that's true. That's true. One thing, it's hard to get credit for when you're the Lions and you have been so beaten up for so many years and stuff like that. But if they go ahead and beat, I should say, when they go ahead and beat the Vikings next week, hey, eyes are going to open. People are going to look at the Lions a lot differently, I think. Did the Lions game end up selling out? Michael Mike said before the game today that he said there was not sold out. No, they didn't sell out. Actually, I should have went ahead and drove and bought a ticket. I mean, I know it was halfway across. For me, it's the other side of the state, but I should actually went to that game. It would have been great. But I found out about the tickets being too late, and I didn't have enough sleep. I probably would have fell asleep on the way, and that wouldn't have been good. So, all right. No, I didn't. So, I seen the TD of on Ron St. Brown, the sun god. Yep. God is sweet. Yeah, yep. And Ron's going to be playing his brother a couple of times this year too when they meet against the Bears. you know, but I think this year the Wright brother will win. All right, I have yet to look up the stats for the Lions game or the replay. Just woke up. Go to work in an hour. Yeah. I do know that Swift had a little bit over 100 yards rushing. I don't know the final total, but I know I think it was on Rod St. Brown had like 3 touchdowns. Jared Goff, I know he had either 2 or 3 touchdowns. But shoot, yeah, this is really working. TJ Hawkinson had a couple drop passes. He had one catch. Jamal Williams looked pretty good. That's pretty much it that I know right offhand. Oh yeah, and Aiden Hutchinson had 2 sacks, so that was good. Okay, who is my player of the game? Okay, my maniac player of the game. Now it's a split. Okay, okay. On offense, I need to give it to 2 players because two. Well, actually, it's almost 3 players, but so I'll give one an honorable mention on offense. Jared Goff is going to be the honorable mention, but I gotta give it to St. Brown and DeAndre Swift because without them, the Lions would have lost. Um, I gotta uh, also give an honorable mention to the offensive line for what they did. Defense, Aiden Hutchinson had 2 sacks. So on defense, I got to give him the defensive maniac player of the game on defense. And also, the way the defense put pressure on Wentz, especially during the first part of the game before they started coming back. I mean, it just they uh, they brought out the real Wentz in there. So um, now Okuda went ahead. He showed up too. I mean, we were able to. Lions were able to stop their high, powerful receivers, their fast receivers for most part of the game. So uh, definitely enough to win the game. So I mean, as a team effort, definitely play calling seemed a lot better. They did not abandon the run. Uh, and we got to still remember Swift was playing her. He did play most of the game, but he was taken out. He didn't play throughout the game. They gave him time to rest. All right. Any significant injuries? Um, well, Aiden Hunt. This I hope it's not worse than this, but I hear it was more cramps because Aiden Hutchinson did get taken out of the game for a while because of I guess he was cramping up. So, but hopefully that was just it, and he's back next week. All right. What brings out the maniac in me? What brings out the maniac in me? Well, let's see. Wins, touchdowns, sacks. So there was a lot that brought out the maniac in me for sure. Growl. Okay, anybody listening, I gotta warn you. You might want to plug your ears because I'm gonna give a growl, but I'm gonna lean back a little bit from the mic because I really don't want to blow out my mic. But yeah. Okay, there's my growl. All right, and yeah. All right. Shout out to the backup interior line, O line. Definitely. And that's what I'm saying. Those backups really, really, uh, really looked good. I mean, and that you got to give credit to the coaching staff just going ahead and bringing it. They were able to just really open holes and they protect Goff most of the game. Yeah, definitely a shout out to the backup O line and also the starters that were still in there. You know, um, live a good, love a good run. Definitely, yeah. I just hope I didn't wake up the neighborhood. After all, it is 1 a.m. here, but I don't think so. I don't have neighbors real close. Okay, Lions. I know of douchebag. Yeah, damn, that was a solid growl. Yeah, and you know what? I hope to give a lot more next week in that game when we beat the Minnesota White Queens. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I really want to just go ahead and now I want to beat the Vikings by more than 2 touchdowns. That's what I really want to do. I really want to see the Vikings lose to the Lions by more than 2 touchdowns. It would be great. Let's make it happen. All right. Tim, the Lions might just catch the Vikes. Short week. The Vikes and they play the Eagles should be a shout out. But trimming for both teams. Yeah, for sure. Or trying for both teams. I don't have my glasses on. I need to get new ones. Uh, yeah, this. But like I say too, is that when you're playing a division rival, and I especially notice this in the NFC North, uh, you play better sometimes than what you play. You know, you rise to the occasion more, and I think that's all, with all rivalries in sports in every division too, because even in like, college and high school athletics, when you play that rival team, that team that you really want to beat, like when Michigan plays Michigan State, even if Michigan is a better team, sometimes State will go ahead and come up and win, come up and bite, come up and bite you in the butt and come up with a win. So, when it's a rivalry game like this, who knows what could happen? So that's why, it's when you can analyze both teams and stuff like that on how they have played and stuff, because they have each played the Eagles. They're both 1-1, or well, who knows what? I mean, I think. Well, we'll see what uh, Vikings could be 2-0, but I think the Eagles will be 2-0 after tomorrow's game. Okay, Tim, I hope you're able to drop an opinion on Dan Campbell's press conference. I'll try, but I really didn't see it, but I'll try. I not sure if we have any DBs who can contain Justin Jefferson. If we lose, be hard to fight. It'll be a hard fight. If we win, it still be recovering from the hangover following the following Friday. Yeah, it definitely could be a drinking game. All right, Tim, I have to wear glasses to read now. hmm And I'll tell you right now, I gotta wear glasses. That's for damn sure, because these things are really quite low. And hey, I also want to thank anybody who's watching me. If you're on a platform where I cannot see your messages, I'm sorry. It isn't that I'm not trying to acknowledge you, but if you guys have any messages or questions, please check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe to Tim's Maniac Sports. Um, I do also have uh, Maniac Sports, but my main channel is going to be Tim Maniac Sports. If you are watching on YouTube, I do appreciate that. And thanks for everybody for helping me grow my YouTube group, or actually my YouTube channel, and also for helping me grow my Facebook group, because I really like that. Thanks very much, because I'll tell you that group is growing like cats and dogs. Okay, Tim, I will ask my Vikings content creators to reach out to you, Michael Mike, and Detroit Lions on the prowl. I will also tell Curtis if he has time. Cool, that would be great. Yeah, definitely. Uh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. That would be great. And yeah, I know we could do some trash talking back and forth there. But and like I say, first time, first couple of years when Vikings were in their brand new stadium, Lions beat them like their first 2 years in is that U.S. Bank Stadium? I think that is. If I got the name wrong, I'm sorry, but we gave them the L those first 2 years. But last couple of years, they gave us a L over there. Shoot. Yeah. Then okay. So we got the Vikings, and I think we. Then the following week we have the Seahawks. Right. It's the Vikings this week. Then it's the Seahawks next week. Wow. Okay. So standing for keep on losing. Okay. Yeah. Oh gosh, man, I gotta quit having such long days. uh, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be up today. I mean, I actually been up for a long time. I'm having 6 people view, and that is great. Hey, Jake Trevin, how are you? I'm doing all right. How are you? Got any questions, Jake? I'm doing good. Now, are you a Lions fan or are you another team's fan? Oh, hey, okay, let's get this. Uh, the birds are killing stadiums. At least we're not the Cardinals or the Seahawks. Birds die because of that stadium. Yep. Okay. What do you think of the season so far? I think the season has a lot of promise for the Lions. I think the Detroit Lions have a lot of talent, uh, especially on offense. And once we get healed, but hey, you cannot overlook Aaron Glenn's defense. I mean, he can get him to play, and that's his job. And I think this rivalry between him and Ben Johnson on who's a better quarterback or coordinator, it's just going to help the Lions do good. And I I just really see this thing can open up. I really think that we could, if things go right, I think that the Lions could contend with winning the NFC North. I really do. And I'm basing that on, and a lot of people uh, don't, I mean, and I'm not knocking the people who really go solely on the talent and all that stuff. No, I respect their decisions and stuff like that. So I'm not saying they're doing things wrong or blaming anything for that. But I'm looking at it. We're a improved team, second year head coach. Um, we were close in a lot of games that year, and also last year. And one of the games that we got blown out with last year, we already showed that we really could have beat that team if things would have went well for us. A couple different breaks would have went our way. So I think the NFC North, we could win that this year. It isn't a guaranteed thing, but we can contend for it this year and take down the Packers as being the king of the NFC North. All right. Yes, I say the Lions drop the Vikings game. I disagree, but I can see them winning their next two games versus Seattle and New England. Then the bye week, then the Cowboys. And after the Cowboys, we'll get Jameson Williams. But of course, he won't have the camaraderie yet with Jared, Goff. But once Jameson Williams comes, heck, you got another speedster on there, and he will add another element to the offense. Hi, Jake. Welcome. Yeah, and definitely I welcome you, Jake, too. Jake, so what do you think about it? And yeah, I do respect your opinion, Grandeur Trial, but I don't agree with it. I think that we will beat the Vikings. Forward down the field, charging team. Oh, shoot. I will not yield. Definitely these Lions, and when the blue and white and silver wave stand and clear the brave, raha raha, go hard, win the game. Yes, let's do that. And who knows, maybe I'll actually try to sing it if they win. If they win the game by more than 3 touchdowns next week, I will sing that song. So you guys bring your earplugs for the content after the game. All right. Jeremy B, smoking Mika, he sings that song good. I was on his show today. Let's see. Lions have exceeded my expectation, especially on defense. That's for sure. I totally agree with you, Lionor. Um, Feeling good about the season. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. You and me both. You and me both. All right. With honor, you will keep your fame down the field and gain. With a Lions victory, go Lions. Definitely. Go Lions. All right. There you go, Tim. That was for you and your Lions fans. Definitely. God, man. I would love to be singing that in the playoffs. All right. Okay, this is from you, for you from Myanmar. Grandizer 12. Last time I heard the song live live was 2000. In the Silver Dome, you're making me nauseated. Okay. I guess that's what it says. I serve with a guy from Ann Arbor. We do drink. He sings a song out of the blue, and it's funny but cool. I hope he is well. I all right. All right. Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. I do hope the best for the Lions and the Vikings. Oh yeah. And I'm not saying that I think that you hope the Lions lose. I'm just saying that I don't agree with the. I don't agree that they're going to lose. I think they're going to win. So I mean, you're, and like I say, I respect your point of view. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Jake. Oh, sorry. I don't know what the oh sorry is about. Wait. Wrong person. Okay. All right. All right. Unless you're interested, I'm really not sure what you mean by that. Okay, so Tim, you got a voice for radio, a face for the movies. I said it before, frankly sinister with a twist of prey of Perry Carmel. Yeah. However, if the Lions beat their defense, it does not make me upset. As I said before, to me, Lions fans base deserve a Super Bowl win. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, Lionor at J10. My interest level increased with each scotch I consume. Oh, I can tell you, I can tell you, I can tell why you and Val get along so well. We are, what are you talking about? Okay, sorry guys. I'm just trying to talk something, but it's malfunctioning. Okay, are you trying to use like voice chat and then it's kind of malfunctioning? That could be. Frankly sinister. He. God bless him. Okay. Uh, all right, now you're making me do my sinister voice. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, the lines when I'm celebrating. Hell yeah. Bring out the celebration. So, all right, Jake, what brings out the maniac in you? And Lionel, what brings out the maniac in you? I want to hear. Tell me what's going to bring out that maniac. Hey, Jeremy, how's it going from Jeremy Kneecap Biting with Smoking? Jeremy, man, hey, bud, great to the stream with you. Yeah, hey, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It was great to it was great to have be on your show. I appreciated it. For sure, for sure. Um, thank you. And let's see, King Reed question. I have no idea what he's questioning, but I know. What's up, Jeremy? All right, Unleash the Beast, Maniac. Tim's Maniac Sports. Oh yeah, Unleash the Beast, and let's just go ahead and rip up some Vikings next week. All right. Jeremy watching great game with Maniac Tim and called the games. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was really great. First time we did that together, and it definitely won't be the last. And man, it was really fun, especially when they win. It's fun. Okay, what? Yeah, I really don't know what King Reed is referring to either. Oh, good, Tim. You did a play with Jeremy. Yeah, we did it, and it was great. It was great. And like I say, Jeremy is now an official sports writer. Um, go ahead and post that in the comments, Jeremy. And I I know I posted your tweet, or not tweet, but I posted it in my both my Maniac Tim's Maniac Sports room and also on my sports group. But congratulations for sure, Tim. Was the first game that Tim, was that the first game you and Jeremy B did play blind? Yeah, it was. It was definitely true double stack hit 10K. That'd be great. Jeremy line or some big news. Personally, I have obtained an internship editorial for Detroit Lions. Yeah, he did. And if things go work out for him, which I'm sure they will, he will have credentials next year. That would be awesome. Okay. I work for South Florida and Motor City Tribune. He's a real deal. He's a real deal. Man, I'm so happy for him. Things are going well for Jeremy. And hey, God's blessing him. Thank God. So, Tim, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Okay, basically, I am, well, I'm not going to tell you where I work at because I work for a food processing company, but I'm basically just a fan that I started out with co-founder of Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Started out with my best friend Jim Bordeaux, who has passed. Then I ended up. I'm still with them on Free for All Fridays. I'm doing my own show now too, which is Tim's Maniac Sports. I'm looking to grow into more sports, and I want to just go ahead and eventually travel around to different sports venues and actually do some live broadcasts at different sports. That's what I would want to. That's my goal in life. I'm trying to grow this into also having Tim's um, the Maniac Squad. I do got a couple people that I'm going to be working with that's going to be from different teams. That's going to basically tell what they, like there's one guy that at where I currently work with, he's a Raiders fan. So I'm trying to grow that in the Maniac Squad there. I'm also part of Lions Nation Unite. Uh, was with them ever since they were founded. Uh, okay, so Jeremy. Jeremy, that's a great. This is from Line R to Jeremy. That's great. Congratulations. When can I find? Okay, where can I find your content? Kneecap biting. What's your point? Um, if anybody knows kneecap biting, it was taken off what Dan Campbell said, where it just shows the toughness of what he wants the Lions to be. You may go ahead and knock us down, but when you get up, we're going to put a hurt on you. And if you knock us down again, we're going to put a much bigger hurt on you. And what he referred to was kneecap biting, and kneecap biting would be you go ahead and you take them down by the knees and you bite their kneecap off. And Jeremy B went ahead and uh, fashioned his channel off that, his YouTube channel, and definitely is doing great with it. All right, kneecap cutting comes where you work. All right, I'll be sure to check it out, Jeremy. Uh, Line I said that. Okay, Jeremy, do you live in South Florida? No, but the owner of the Trivium does. All right. Kneecap biting with Jeremy Smoking Bee. No thanks. Went crazy. I live in Green Bay. Not Green Bay. Sorry, in Bay City, Michigan. Yes. All right. Kneecap. Yeah, I just read that. All right, and let's see. Kneecap biting with Jeremy B. Yeah. What a crazy. Yeah. What's crazy? All right. And Tim, do you have a family? I do. I do. Uh, now, um, but I'm still allowed to do traveling because of things. Uh, but also, yeah, my my YouTube channel is of course Tim's Maniac Sports, and also I have another YouTube channel too, which is Maniac Sports. Both of them, you will see my logo, which is right here at the top on. Uh, so anybody who wants to and is well appreciated, anybody who will go ahead and sign up and subscribe to that, I would really, 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 really appreciate it. Also, like, subscribe, and share this content. All right. Industry leading player, participants, and more. For sure. All right. Jared Goff, 30 of 34, 256 yards, 4 TDs. Yeah. Hey, now I'll tell you what. I mean, there was a time, and I, I mean, I'll tell you what. I gave Goff. I started giving Goff a chance last year. I said, "Hey, prove it. Let's see what you can do." He did start proving it later on in later games. And right now, he's proving that he can be the quarterback of this franchise. With numbers like that, with wins like what we had today, hey, Jared Goff can be that manager, that game manager. Now, yeah, I want to see some things change in some ways, but this is his team now. A lot of people are still missing Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, no knock on him, but Jared Goff, this is Jared Goff's team, and I'm right behind Jared Goff right now. And hey, he leads us to a playoff win. Um, leads us to the playoffs, gets us out of this hell that we have been in for like the last 5 years or so. Um, hey, and I know it's been a lot longer than that since we have won, since the Lions have won the playoffs, but have even been in the playoffs. But shoot, let's just Jared Goff. It's his job to do and to take us further. So go Jared Goff, and those numbers are proving. And this week he didn't have an interception, so that's good. Jeremy B. I'm trying to find. And now, if you can put a link in there or something to that, go right ahead, Jeremy, because just then we'll do it. All right, Jared Goff, 21 of 27 for sure. I didn't mean to skip this one. Yeah, amen. Yeah, so yeah, let's let's just go ahead and win some games. That's what I want to see. Win some games. All right. Yes. Your take on Goff's game today. I think that he did good. He did. I mean, he four TDs is not nothing to sneeze at. You know, St. Brown, he did good. And I'll tell you, some of his completions should, if TJ Hawkinson wouldn't have dropped a couple of those passes, he should have had a couple more completions, and who knows, maybe he would have had more scores. He didn't do everything perfect, but hey, he did. Uh, he led us to a victory, and that means something. And you know, he's what I want right now than a lot of other quarterbacks. I mean, hey, Baker Mayfield, he didn't win today. You know, a lot of people thought we should have had Baker Mayfield instead of Jared Goff. So, but my take on him, he did good. He did good. All right. If being consistency plays like today, we can win with him. Still won't win because of him, though. True. True. He's not your Aaron Rodgers type quarterback that's going to really create things because he needs the people around him. And right now I think he has the people around him. Um thank God he has an offensive line that can go ahead and step up. Thank God he has that receiving core. On Ron St. Brown, DJ Shark. I know I always say his name wrong, but thank God, you know, TJ Hawkinson. You have Netflix. Thank God. So this is what you know. This is what this is who we got. They build a team around him, and then after Jameson Williams comes and he gets acquainted and gets in connection with him, well, shoot, the sky can be the limit once you know because Jameson Williams has some speed, and he's working on some cuts. And once he gets in there, and hey, too bad for Dallas because that's going to be more than likely the first game that Jameson Williams plays. But who knows? Brett Prescott might be back by then too. So we'll get to see. All right, I'm looking up the stats for the Lions versus Commander game. Okay, good. Uh, and this is some type of foreign stuff that I don't understand. So, and I don't think it. Goff is averaging 335 yards per game, 3 TDs per game, a .50 interception. Not saying the success will stay that high, that the stats will say that high, but that could lead us to some big numbers. Most definitely for sure. Jake Trevin, unless you convert that hieroglyphic or Korean, whatever, I can't read it. No, whatever, sorry, yeah, I can't read it either. Uh, he kept biting with Jeremy. Yeah, here's Jeremy B. 17 games, 399 point, or 300, 3,099 5 yards, 51 TDs, and 8 out of 9 interceptions. Yeah, that's good in anyone's book. So, hey. And he's gotten these numbers when it mattered too. It wasn't garbage time. Nobody can blame these things as being garbage time because they put us in a situation. We won this game. All right. What do you guys think when people say football is treated like a religion? Then I think you have a dedicated football fan. Uh, you have a following, but I don't think it's ever thought as being as a religion. But people may religiously watch it, but I know I don't think so. I just don't see it. Okay, takeaways. Take away the drops, the last 2 games, and these numbers would be much higher, though. Exactly. And also that interception that he had, that was not Jared Goff's fault. That was a bad route ran by the receiver. So, I mean, hey, so he would not even had one interception. And I think that was Hawk again, T.J. Hawkinson. Okay, I know, Jake Tab. All hail to the football gods. I sold my soul long ago. I won't die until the Lions win a Super Bowl. I may be immortal. Okay. All right, so if you want a long life, you don't want to. That is a good one. I like that saying. All right. Among okay, uh, on Ross St. Brown, 9 receptions, 116 yards, 12.9 average, 2 TDs, 2 rushes, 68 yards, 34.0 average. He's a GOAT, man. He's a GOAT. He's definitely earned that top spot for Lions, being the top part 9 receivers. Now, once Jameson Williams comes, we'll see if he'll be able to match that. All right. Nick kept biting with Jeremy. Jake, some people take their fandom beyond the norm, where it's almost a form of worship. That's for sure. Especially if you're in Green Bay. Like it's kind of sad to see in that way. Yeah. But and you can say the same as far as for soccer too. I mean, it's all in all seriousness. Yeah, but it's just there are things. I mean, to me, families are more important than football. But and I'll tell you, my God is more important than football. But so I don't take it like that. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna hoot and holler and stuff like that and act like a maniac when my Lions do something good or when I get cheated out. And that's part of the fun of the game. We were made to, God, we were made to have enjoyment. You know, we are emotional beings. All right, so it's our DNA, and God is the one that gave it to us. So I mean, I'm not saying God created football, okay? Well, in a way, He created everything. So, but are you gonna go ahead and card bomb because the Lions don't win? Hell no. You know, no, it's all good and fun. Yeah, that's true. It is all. I know it's all good and fun. Still have fun time job where it is at least 5,000 feet in the air all day. So my take on religion is a bit different. I consistently chose to the heaven, close to the heavens. Yeah, everybody has a different take on religion for sure. All right, wait till you guys actually religious or atheist. Really, I'll tell you, I'm getting uncomfortable with this in my chat. I think people have the right in this country to be okay. Number one, football is not a religion. Hell no, it's not a religion. Okay, so that's kind of bringing out the maniac in me and stuff like that. And we are not taking it that serious and stuff like that, where you're going to go ahead and do some of the stuff that some crazy religions do. But, everybody in this country has a right to either worship the way that they want to worship or the way that they don't want to worship, because we are a free country as far as what religion is. And that's my statement on that. Malcolm Rodriguez, 5 tackles, 3 assists. Hell yeah. That boy, that I'm going to call him boy, but man, that guy, Malcolm Rodriguez, OMG, was he a fine. I mean, that guy, and I mean, last 2 weeks he's really showed up, and we can see why the Lions respect him, his teammates respect him, his coaches respect him, because he's out to do the job and to do it well and to win. All right, Jake, I'm a Christian. Hey, I'm a Christian too. God bless you. Oh, cool. Yeah. I'm not going to say, because that's a personal thing. And this is not the show for that. This is not the platform for that. Okay? You do have freedom of religion here, but this is not the platform for that. All right. I'm polite. We all pray when an engine goes out, atheist or not. That's true. So, in some ways, you could even say that. In some ways, you can even say that it's that we all have some type of religion. All right. Yeah, and non-denominational. Yeah, and what is religion? I mean, okay, I'll tell you, I don't really want to. Listen, I respect your religion, Jake. I do. I respect everybody's religion. Uh, I'm going to leave it at that. That's good. Pentecostal. That is good. God bless. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, and I can say this for sure. I mean, in knowing Jeremy, God's giving him a lot of blessings in his life, and that is great. And I'm glad. I mean, and more power to him. God's working in his life, and it's he's giving him a way to be happy. And I'll tell you, in knowing Jeremy, there's been some trials that he's went through, so he deserves it. Jeremy B, you missed Tim's Lions Roar if you did hear. All right, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and sit and do it one more time. All right, so everybody be ready. No, I'm joking. Okay, that wasn't as good as the last time, but I have people sleeping. All right. There is so much. Kneecap with fucking Jerem. Awesome, grand. Okay. It's a solid roar. I think it should be. I should do it again. I just did. Okay. Growl loud at the top of your lungs. Try it. You might like it. Yeah, for sure. Hit that like button for sure. Yeah, everybody do that. I would appreciate it. Definitely. Um, it was a solid roar. Yeah. Okay. I know I. Okay. Rodrigo, if he was a typical linebacker, he would have went much earlier in the draft. Yes, because I mean that guy got some talent. That's for damn sure. Excuse the French. I know it's not really French. Wow, Aiden Hutchinson had 3 sacks. Yes, and I think that's kind of what I said. I know I jokingly said that it would be 4 or 5 sacks, but yeah, Aiden Hutchinson did. That's why he got my definitely mention or my defensive player of the week or defensive maniac player of the week. All right, this is a sports show. Let's keep it sports. Hell yeah, that's for damn sure. Let's keep it sports and drinking. Just joking about the drinking part. The box scores only show 5 sacks, but it was 6. Julian Aquara had 1 at the end of the game. Was it credited for some reason, and 3 for Hutchinson. Yeah, absolutely, Adeline, for sure. Uh, that was awesome, for sure. Sorry, guys, I'm not trying to get into any arguments. Or it's an honor talking to believers, even though this, ha ha. God bless you all throughout whatever you may do. God bless you too. But this is for sports. LOL. All right. Again, solid roar. Love it. Go Lions for sure. Hey, I'd much rather roar than sing. And with that, the neighbors just woke up. Honey, did you hear that roar? Is there a lion in the backyard? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Back at you, Jake. All right. Hutchinson was definitely a maniac today, for sure, for sure. That's for sure. And he released the beast. Okay. Thank you, Jeremy. And who knows? Maybe we can use this as a ministry to the lost. God will be done and not ours. I don't think so. But I don't think so. Believe me, I believe my ego content creator said that Hutch would have gotten like 3 sacks during the week 1 game, but they were able to avoid him. True. And I mean Hurts, he's a quarterback running back basically. So he was able to avoid him. Great. Hutch got close with Hurts, but I think I saw a strain on the back of his pants. A stain on the back of his pants. Hell yeah. Uh Hutz was all around Hurts last week. But Jalen Hurts is a different breed of quarterback. That's for sure. Lots of pressure, but nothing got home. Totally different with QBs like Wentz. And we'll get to see what Hutchins does against a QB like Kirk Cousins. Wow, Jeremy B. for sure. All right. Charles Harris got a sack today. Good. Hope he's over 10 sacks at this year. No, it will be toward him, and he was just a disappointing with the fines. Yeah. Okay, Mega Action Time. Hey, Mega, has anybody ever told you that you look like? No, nobody's ever told me that. Paul Sawyer. All right. Charles Harris had that strip sack at the end zone for a safety. It was a thing of beauty. Hell yeah, it was. Hell yeah. Okay, Jeremy B. Charles Harris came from the Falcons. I thought, hmm, Charles Harris. Okay. Williams Harris got the only Lions interception. Was there other near interceptions for the Lions? Yeah, there were near ones. I will, but after the show, not now. But right now, I'll take your word for it. Okay, Charles Harris was drafted by Miami. Then he got traded to Miami in his. Charles Harris was drafted by Miami. Then he got traded to Miami his 4th year. This got traded from Miami for like a 7th round pick. Okay. All right. But yeah, I'll look it up. Do you think I look like him? All right. Wait, this talk is about Jesus or sports? This is about sports. That's what it is. It's about sports. Yeah. Yep. Okay. He is one of the best United players of all time. Like I say, I will thank you. Thank you. I'm great. It shows in the chat about God and life. All right. Uh, interceptions, definitely not Jesus talk. You caught us at a weird time, LOL. That's for sure. That's for sure. someone started talking about it, and then it just kept going from there. But this is a sports channel. This is a sports show. It's called Maniac Sports. And like I say, I am a Christian. I believe in that. But this platform is for sports. All right. Trade to Miami. Okay, traded from Miami to Atlanta. Then the Lions, but Charles Haley truly was buried on the depth charts, and underutilized until he came to Detroit for sure. Okay, in Los Angeles, Sands, and didn't have a team. Okay, wait, it showed it earlier. Yep. Oh yeah, yep. I remember that. Okay. You should definitely root for the Lions. We're up and coming. That's for damn sure. We are definitely up and coming. Get that team for sure. Root for Lions. Lions pride. Go Lions. All right. Something about rooting for a team in Detroit when you are not from Detroit feels wrong. Hey, all I can say is if you want to root for a team, it doesn't matter where you live. We have so many Dallas Cowboy fans all over the nation. We have um, one of the biggest fan base other than Detroit is actually in Honolulu or is in Hawaii because of our colors. It doesn't matter where you are. Uh, on our channel, Kurt Steele lives. Yeah, he's from Michigan, but he lives in Carolina now, South Carolina, but he's still a Lions fan. And there's a lot of people outside of Detroit that are Lions fans. A lot of people outside of Michigan that are Lions fans. Something. So, all right. No offense. Okay. Time not at all. I live in Florida. Yep. Florida has a lot of teams. I have fans that tune in to my podcast from as far away as Australia and the UK for sure. Eek. Sorry, accidentally touched the keyboard. Okay, thanks for explaining that. I do appreciate that. Yep. When you have a team that you like, you have a team that you like. It doesn't matter. Okay. LOL, Jeff. All right. After Hard Knocks, we were America's team. Screw the Cowgirls. We are America's team. Oh, boy. I don't know if anybody else remembers that, but I remember before before Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys, owner of the Cowboys wanted everybody in the United States to pay $1 for the Cowboys because he really wanted them to be America's team. Of course, that did not happen. I know I didn't waste my money on that team. uh, However, it was under Adam Greasy who had Matt Brooke as DC, which Brooke was often considered to be horrible, honorable DC defensive coordinator. All right. All right. My Goff is a bum, though, not to be mean. Jeremy, what you think about that? I'll let you answer that. Funny, but true. John Madden after the 1991 WC game. He called Detroit Lions America's team after we beat Dallas. Yeah. Yeah. That was great. Living Waters on YouTube is another podcast for Lions. Okay. I never heard of Living Waters. Me either. Jeremy B. I was at the game with my granddad. I was young and barely remember it, but I was there. Good job, Jeremy. Oh no, good job, Lionel. Yeah, I was not there. I did watch it on TV, but shoot, I remember that game so much. I'm sure he will search it up. But that would have been great to be at the Lions. Actually, the first game that I ever seen live from the Lions, it was I went on a bus trip with a mentor of mine and went to go see the Philadelphia Eagles and the Lions play, and it ended up with a tie that year, and that was like way back in the 80s. The 1991 Lions versus the Dallas game was Eric Kramer. Was Eric Kramer the QB? Those were fun days for the Lions. Yeah, that was exactly. But after that year, it all went wrong. That's a bad part about it. You know, we lost the run and shoot. We lost Eric Kramer. We parted ways with Ronnie P. Andre Ware never worked out. Ended up getting Scotty Mitchell. He was able to help get us to the playoffs, but it just never happened. Pat Swelling went down. Eric Henderson got killed. It things, and we wasn't able to build a team around Barry Sanders. My first game was in 1983 when Billy Sims sidekicked the cornerback to get a first down. Kung Fu Billy. Oh, yes. Yeah. So, anybody remember what was the other team that signed Billy Sims other than the Detroit Lions? Because there was another team that signed Billy Sims besides the Detroit Lions. Just kind of a bonus question there. Best game I ever seen in the Silver Dome was December 1997, Week 17. Jets, Barry Sanders crossed 2,000 yards in the game. To this day, loudest game I ever heard. Jeremy B. Buffalo? Nope. If I'm correct, it was Houston Gamblers of the United States Football League. The Lions needed to go back and actually go to court in order to get him out of that contract. Billy Sims, not Barry Sanders. Then Billy Sims ended up getting hurt that very next year, ended his career. And did I say so? But I was so bummed Scott Mitchell didn't work out for the Lions. He had a good year taking over when Marino was out for the year. The only QB that Don Shula developed in the early 90s era. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, I wish he would have worked out. Fortunately, he did not. He was able to get us to a few playoff games. We know one under him, playoff game. Obviously, the only one that won a playoff game was since concession of the Super Bowl was Eric Kramer. He's the only quarterback. For whoever is ashamed of me and my word in the story. Okay, I'm not reading that one. I'm not ashamed. I think we have all said, I'm not ashamed of his word, but this just is not the place for it. All right. I'm not banning the talk of Jesus or the respect of Jesus because I am a Christian, but I'm not, this is not going to be a Bible ministry group. Little known fact about me, at one time I wanted to be a pastor, but that didn't work out. All right. Well, this morning comes early. So good talking to you, Tim. You're maniac. Yeah, I know, and it does come early for me too. But you work first shift. But thanks for stopping by, Jeremy. I appreciate having you on, and I'm going to need to have you as a guest again on my show one of these times for sure. Apparently, okay. And you have a good night, Jeremy. God bless. Apparently, we have opened a Pandora's box. Gotta take my kids to school tomorrow. Good night, all. Yeah, good night, Lionora. Um, Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Um, Remember to hit those like buttons and thanks. Uh, and you guys also check out the show Linus and Lair. All right. Because this is a sports show. That is why we don't talk about it in this show. And I'm just going to say that one more time. I am not ashamed, but no, you're not going to do that to my show. Sorry for doing this, but you're out of here. I mean, there was just too much. But you guys I am going to end this. It is over 2 in the morning. I do got to get some rest. I do want to thank you guys for coming, for watching, for joining my Maniac Sports Show. Take care. Read a few comments we got now. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Time for work. See you during the week. For sure. Good night and take care. Thank you. One pride. Biting kneecaps. I hope you have a safe and great week. Oh, okay, yeah. And I did end up banning that guy that was really throwing too much stuff in about religion in my podcast. I'm not doing that. Okay, take care. This is Maniac Tim signing off. And just remember, go ahead, bring out the maniac in you when you're having fun and acting like an idiot at sports. Take a look, at a sports game, whether you're at home watching on TV and you're yelling at the TV because they did something wrong or something great. That is what brings out the maniac in you. And part of bringing out the maniac in you is having fun in what you do. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. And once again, thanks to everybody who stopped by. Good night and God bless.